People are being haters about my backwards hat
How do you know?
on Snapchat.
Oh, I thought she was.
No, they just are.
Those are the Snapchat scallywags.
You want to be backwards hat with us?
Me?
No, he has to. Sometimes you just gotta walk your own path.
I'll be honest. I thought the red kind of pulled the blue together, and if I go backwards, I lose it.
Your hair looks so red today.
And truthfully, that hat would blend in with the wall, and the red is. I thought about that with my shirt choice.
I need the red.
Like you look full ginge today.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Luckily, all of our sunburns give us really good contrast now. We
Honestly,
work pasty.
Even though I'm pretty sure I was in full blown sun poisoning a couple days ago, like no joke, I thought it was so sick. I put makeup on and like we went to that event and I was like,
look at me.
Tan? Okay. Anyway, welcome back to Catching It with Katie. We are all tired and sore and sunburned, but it was, not for lack of fun.
No.
So we got to tell you about it. I needed a minute. I said that and then I needed a little
you said sore and I just felt all of the inside of my legs.
Are you still sore?
Yes, very much sore.
I today am better. Like I was walking up the stairs and I was like, ugh, but other than that, I think I'm okay. I need to do like some, adductor, abductor workouts or something because I like the range of mobility that I've lost after not riding is insane. I felt so tight after those couple days. But
yeah, I just feel weak.
Was your butt hurting? Like, okay, as someone who you're still figuring out how to like sit, like you're still figuring out, your seat.
Yeah.
Did you feel like sore on your butt or is it inside your legs?
It's inside my legs.
It's inside your legs?
It's the squeezing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like trying to move the horse. And it's not even that it takes like a ton of pressure. It's just a little bit for a long time. It just wore me out.
Yeah.
So
to rewind just a little bit, and this is probably going to be posted before those riding videos get posted.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Texas this past week. Sorry. I had so many burps. You just keep on popping.
I know. I'm falling around over here.
I can see it move too.
So we went to Texas. Now, our plans kind of all got messed up. So we were going to Texas to ride Denver. We were going to see Waylon, hang out at High Point, do all that stuff, right? So Denver's my young stallion. We had planned on showing him in Ocala this coming week. He came down with an abscess literally the day before we left. Now, an abscess isn't something that is a long-term injury. It's not anything serious. It can turn serious if you don't address it. But he's going to be fine. But with that being said, it usually takes, a week or 2 weeks before they're back to going back to normal, right? And they were leaving for Ocala 2-3 days later. They left on Saturday.
Yeah.
And even though he might not be showing for another week, is it fair to put him on a trailer for 10 hours with his foot hurting like that? And then to subject him to work that's show level work right as he might be better? Probably not. So we made the hard decision, the sucky decision, that he's not showing in Ocala, unfortunately. So.
I mean, I've never had an abscess on my foot, but I have had a blister. And I don't like walking around on those. I don't know if it's similar at all.
It's not. But yeah, so Denver, his debut back into the show pen since the World Show just got pushed back. So our next plan of action is the premiere, which is a really big show in Kentucky. It's at the Kentucky Horse Park. I'm so excited.
Me too.
I feel like all of the first shows that we're going to are these beautiful venues. So we're still going to Ocala. We're still going to go to the horse show. We still have some plans. That's going to be fun. We can talk about some of those plans, I guess. But I think we need to talk about our Texas trip first because thankfully to Kirsty Jones, Kirsty saved the dang trip with all her connections. So Kirsty did my photos with Waylon in Denver. She's done photos with me in Denver, or me and Waylon a couple of times. So she was like, it really sucks that you can't ride Denver. how about, like, I'm going to go ride over here with Casey O'Rourke. Why don't you come ride? Why don't I'll set it up.
Mm-hmm.
So she set it up with me to meet Casey, and we went and rode raining horses, which that was insane. Unfortunately, none of y'all got to ride that day.
No.
But what was I guess you guys, like, what was your first impression of raining horses?
I didn't really know anything about it. I had seen it before, but I wouldn't have been able to tell you that's raining.
Mm-hmm.
Like I couldn't have named it.
Had you seen it, Matt?
Yeah, at rodeos and stuff.
Yeah.
You seen raining at rodeos?
Well, like oh wait, I forgot which one raining was. No, but I have seen it before.
The sliding and the spinning and stuff.
Yeah. No, but I have seen it before.
Because I feel like a lot of people's intro to raining was like Yellowstone. Have you watched Yellowstone?
I have.
Yeah. So Taylor Sheridan kind of brought raining into the scene of like regular people's eyes.
Yeah.
Non-horse people's eyes through Yellowstone. And so I think that's probably been within the last like 3 years that people have started to learn about it. But I've always loved it. I've always had a very big appreciation for it. But that was the first time I've gotten to really experience like a reining lesson, riding a couple horses. Like I remember when I think the last time I rode a reining horse, which I guess is like my one and only time, I was, I think, 18. I'll tell a little story. I won't use any names. So when I was showing heavily at quarter horse shows, a lot of the really big shows concurrently have like a big reining segment. And so a lot of the big shows, because you have to qualify for the world show, like a whole lot of reiners would come to this one horse show everyone gets qualified, all that good stuff. And so we were at a big show. I'm not even going to say where it was. I'm not going to say who, I had a little fling going on. I had a little fling going on with a reiner boy. And he had like a really high-end reining horse, okay?
Yeah.
And so we had our little because these shows are like 10 days long.
Mm-hmm.
We had our like little 10-day romance. It was about to end. I was about to just never talk to him again, probably. And the night before I left, it was like late at night, and I had on like tennis shoes and shorts, like wasn't even, ready to ride. And he's like, "You want to ride?" I was like, "Yes,
Yeah, I do.
Absolutely." And so I got on, no spurs, no nothing. So I didn't really get the full experience, I would say, and got to, do a few lope circles. I did like a little baby slide. He did let me spin.
Yeah.
But that was like my only reining experience. And then I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever experienced. And then didn't do it again for 10 years. So
Until this trip. Wow.
And then fell in love with it.
Yeah.
And now
that was their plan.
In the process of selling Code Red, right?
Everybody
just went for a second.
You're switching to reining?
I will say, I think that was their plan.
Yeah.
I think it was a master plan to get me on a horse, to make me love it, and then make me buy one. I did give them an order.
Okay.
While I was there.
Yeah.
And I gave them a tall order so that hopefully they don't fill it. They're going to call me literally in 3 days and be like, "We found her."
They've already found it. They're just waiting.
I don't have time to do that right now. But they did say I could come back and do lessons and just kind of get a feel for it. But I did learn. I rode a couple horses while I was there, even off camera. And so I did learn there are some reining horses, like there's a feel to them that I don't love. So I want to, if I ever bought one, I'd have to ride it first and make sure it was one I actually enjoyed. But I told them I needed at least 15 hands because I want to ride it in the ranch stuff. And I know that reining horses are usually smaller. I want it to be a little normal sized. Not red or bay.
Okay.
Normally I don't care about color.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to get into a whole other discipline and I'm buying a horse to get into it, I can be picky.
Yeah.
So not red or bay. I'm kind of thinking even roan. I think even bay roan or red roan. No.
Yeah.
I got those.
Yeah.
We want something else.
Something new in the mix.
Mare. Mm-hmm. No geldings. No stallions. Mare. Nice enough to pull embryos from so that we have a couple reining babies. And then bonus points if it's got flashy white, maybe a blue eye. don't know.
Blue eyes.
I know. I'm saying it was a tall order.
Yeah, I think they already found it though. And they're like, just don't call so soon. It'll look planned.
So we'll
Pull it
see.
from the back.
We'll see what they say. I did really enjoy it though. So
It looked fun.
We'll see about lessons when we go to ride Denver. And then the next day after we did raining, which we'll get into that in the more videos because I don't want to skim over the raining too fast. Casey O'Rourke is absolutely phenomenal. She is the only woman to have ever won the level 4 futurity, the NRHA futurity. And so I don't want to skim over that because she is just absolutely, beep this out, a bad. Okay, there's no other word for it. But
You could just tell. She got on the horse and just kind of
Had aura.
commanded some respect in the room.
did you see how she like slid onto that other photographer? Like
Yeah.
she slid
Yeah,
her
I know.
horse like that close to the other photographer's face. The photographer was on the ground.
Yeah,
I was like, that's some trust.
for sure.
Do y'all trust me enough to do that?
Not in raining.
I don't know. I'm pretty. I'll do just about anything for a shot.
I'd let you hit me with coming in with a lead change.
Okay, there's like no risk to that.
Put myself in some pretty risky situations.
There's
for
zero
a good
risk
shot.
to that.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, okay, the second day was roping, and that's where
Yeah.
you got to ride.
Yes.
Um,
Dream come true.
that was really cool. Next time, I literally so many people have been like, why didn't Matt and Abigail ride? So next time, Matt and Abigail are going to be, yeah.
What's going to happen, though, is that I'm going to be so good at it, and it's going to hurt everybody's feelings that everybody's like, you should totally pursue this. And I'm just going to be like one of those guys. That,
I would, if you were so good at it, I would be saying, yo, when are we going to team rope? I would be pushing you further.
what if we just threw all this, throw you two to the side, and we just hit the road? We sold everything we had, got a horse trailer and a couple horses, and just hit
make
the
the
road.
rounds?
Yeah. To be determined.
What if? What if?
We'll revisit this. But anyway, it was cool. I mean, I got absolutely roasted.
We all got fried.
Roasted.
I don't think you can see as good anymore. My
I'm still a little pink.
fry line
on the
isn't as
arms.
bad.
But of anything that we've ever done, like that is like that's really, really, really cool.
I think next time we go, because they said we could, come back and do it again, is I want to take Jonathan because
He
I
would
think
love
out of
that.
all the horse stuff, the roping is where he would actually have
Yeah.
fun. He's not
He probably would.
even just on the ground stuff. But yeah, so we got roasted, and that's what I was kind of hinting at earlier. Not even hinting at. I'm pretty sure I got like full on sun poisoning.
Got pretty sick there.
I was sick all weekend. I thought I had a fever.
Yeah.
I was achy. I was so tender that Jonathan like had to dress me. Like I was a whiny little baby.
I didn't even
You
think
were
you'd go
burned.
turkey hunting that morning or Saturday morning.
I was a whiny little baby. And we still went turkey hunting and stuff. But then after that, I was so cold that I couldn't get warm. Like was shivering. Like my teeth were chattering.
Mm-hmm.
And had to be social and nice to people all day.
Mm,
And then there was
actually.
other things that happened like on the same day that just made it worse.
Yeah. I've
that
had sun poisoning.
ailed me.
I think twice. And it's not fun.
So
No.
I had other things running concurrent with the sun poisoning that just made it worse. But we're okay now. We've pulled through.
I may never wear shorts or short sleeve again after this day.
Yeah, no, well, I'm good now. Once I get roasted once, I'm generally all right.
Abigail was the only one that was like, she randomly wore a long sleeve. And then she like was like, I can't believe I wore a long sleeve. And she's the only one that didn't get
Yeah,
roasted.
I'll always wear long sleeves from now on.
I mean, you have to wonder. You always wonder, like, why it's 100 degrees. Why do these cowboys got long sleeves on out here?
Sunburns. Then I'm going to have to text Bryce Briggs. Figure out, see if he's got a good recommendation on some dummies. Make sure I get the right one, I don't
You're going to be sending him video. He's going to regret giving you his number.
He won't. We're going to become friends.
He's going to. Aaron didn't call you buddy this
Yeah,
last week.
But I will say.
There was longer. He held his hand longer than
The
he did.
handshake was different.
Handshake was
It was
different.
Okay.
like
There
having
was-
a-
Okay, what's a normal handshake?
normal handshake is like this.
Hey, bud.
Yeah. He gave me the.
There was a smile.
He
There was
gave
a
me one of those.
precursor.
He gave me a smile the others didn't get. Like we were buddies again. We're buddies. He didn't use the word, but he acted it out. He lived it.
Since Ocala kind of got ruined for the original plans, because WEC, we've already talked about on the air, about the amazing scenes that we're about to enter into.
Yeah, it's cool.
So we are still going to plan some fun things. We're going to be there probably for like 4 days or so. So we have someone I'm hoping to go get a lesson with for something different, right? I don't know if this is going to work out timing wise. So I'm not going to say who yet, but I kind of like the idea of like doing all these different disciplines and getting lessons with these experts, not just showing like mid-level, but being like, let's go to the top. Let's show what this is supposed to look like and introducing people to these different disciplines. So that's one plan. The other is we're going to go visit Chandler Marks, who I got my miniature horses from. He owns VS Flatline. He has these incredible miniature stallions and this breeding program of these super high-end American miniature horses. We do have some plans for some videos at the horse show. So we got media passes, even though I'm not going to be showing. Aaron is still on board to make some educational content, take advantage of the beautiful scenery to do some horse show stuff. So we're going to do that. And then we're also going to go to Disney. We were going to be spending all of our time, horse showing and whatnot. If I'm not going to be showing, why wouldn't we go to like Universal?
My thoughts exactly. And I even thought that in passing as we were hashing all that out. And I was like, nah, there's no way.
No, we're for sure doing it. And now it's not so much of like...
I don't even know what song you're singing. Oh.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I'm excited.
So we're going to be going to probably like Harry Potter World, probably going to be doing all kinds of stuff. But that's going to be more of like a team building day.
Right.
We're not doing that for YouTube, but here's a little shameless plug. For that kind of stuff, we put it on like Snapchat.
Yeah.
Might make a couple TikToks out of it, but if you don't follow my Snapchat, that's where like a lot of behind the scenes stuff goes. Lots of things that don't belong anywhere else.
There's so much behind the scenes on Snapchat.
All the
it's
misfit
crazy.
videos.
Yes. So if you want to follow there, that's in the link in my description. But we'll probably, kind of document it there, but try to have some fun time. That's not just all about social media. I've been
Except
trying to find a
Abigail.
Balance.
Abigail will not have fun. She will be social media.
Abigail, well, she'll be helping with the Snapchat for sure. And so we're all gonna go get wands. We're all gonna go
Get robes.
I don't even know what
Food.
is there to do. I haven't been to Disney since I was 4.
Me either.
Yeah, same. I was a child.
So I don't even know what there
remember
is to do.
But whatever it is, there will be no expense spared.
That's right.
For sure. And we will go there.
On whose part?
Well, if it's your work, it's a write-off.
It's for work. So
Yeah.
wait.
You don't pay it. You just write it off.
We need to clarify what's included in this work trip.
We might need to.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
That's going to decide if I go or not.
I will provide the tickets into the park.
Ugh. Not looking good.
Not looking good.
Not looking good already. I just want the food. I just want to try the food.
I'm gonna have to
if
get
you
a
thought-
small wand.
I was going to say, did
Where are
we
your
think
great
the
value
wands were
wands?
included?
I did think the wands were included.
No, I was under no such illusion.
I just thought.
How much is a wand?
They're
I have no
probably
idea.
like $300.
Are you serious?
I don't know. The lightsaber was.
Hold on.
Yeah, let's see how much a wand.
I got my dad a lightsaber that's very similar to like what they have there for his Christmas present a couple years ago, and it's legit. And it was like $400.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Those
How
lightsabers are
much?
Sick.
Hey, pull it up.
How far are we from Disney?
Hey,
Slacking.
Jamie, how much are the wands?
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm the guy behind
You're
the
the
desk.
guy.
You're the guy.
You're not.
I
You're
was
not
watching
really
these
doing it.
guinea pigs give. Anyway, that's a
Wand
spoiler.
prices range from $25 for a toy learner wand
Yeah, it's more like
to
it.
$48 for an interactive model. That can't be.
What's an interactive model?
Mm.
It actually. What do we just spells? What do we? See, mine's. What did she say it was?
Interactive.
It says $65 to $85. There's no way if you get like a personalized wand, it's $65 to $85.
Probably. I mean, it's just wood and dragon
know.
heart string and phoenix tail feather.
Okay, so in the book, $175 for one. We're $300 Okay, let's take a second, stop, watch some of these videos that y'all have submitted. So if you didn't know, we have an email address. We'll put that at the bottom of the screen. That if you have videos of your own animals or, animals that you've been around that are funny and you want to submit them for us to react to, that's what this is for. So the first video today is from Lindsay Swartz. It says, just a few spring babies racing each other around the pond. These horses are descendants of Hidalgo and were relocated to our mountains and roam free. We have an Airbnb in the middle of the woods and the wild Mustangs come right up to the cabin. That's awesome. Let's see.
I'm so sorry. Oh my God.
You're choking. You're choking. I've never seen anyone choke this hard.
I'm
You're
sweating.
Throwing
You
right
are
now,
sweating.
You're throwing.
Dude, the video is so similar to the background. I just didn't want that in the video. Okay. Woo. Okay, that was good.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. And
Ready?
3,
Yeah.
2,
1.
I didn't watch the sound effects.
Yo.
That is one thing I've never seen is wild Mustangs, and it's on a bucket list.
I did. Actually, were you not there the morning in Oregon? We went
Those were
fishing.
rams.
No, there was horses.
Yeah. I take that back. I did.
That's awesome. So we saw wild horses one morning in Oregon, up in the mountains, and we were like, to the guide, we were like, "Oh, are they here all the time?" He's like, "I've never seen them ever." Like it was just.
What if they weren't even real and they were just like spirits from like horses that?
But could you imagine having these beautiful horses that are wild, just like
I know.
right outside?
How do you
your
think
cabin?
like one of your horses would do if you just like transplanted like from your barn and just said, "Here you go," and they were
If you
out?
just took one of your horses and dropped them off out there.
They would not know what to do.
Would they like? What would be? I guess if you know, like if you were to take one of your horses and put it in amongst wild Mustangs, what would happen?
It would get beaten the out of it.
Right. That's what I figured.
Who would have the greatest chance?
Of
Trudy.
survival.
Trudy?
Absolutely.
But I guess they would just like figure out the order. I mean, unless they may not even get accepted. I don't know how Mustangs work.
Yeah, maybe they're like,
They just
Get
kill
outta
her.
here.
Yeah.
Me.
They just like stop for it to death.
What if Trudy became the new leader of the horses?
And you just go back to Montana like a year later, and she just like
she's big.
she just has
Trudy's walking.
She's
There's like
big,
1,000
she's
horses behind her.
majestic, she's fit. She doesn't put up with nothing. She'll fight. I think she could do it.
Trudy's
not just horses; it's all woodland creatures.
Trudy hits him with a.
Oh my gosh.
and
Oh
just-
my gosh. Thinking of Trudy, that reminded me that I have been like addicted to using ChatGPT to turn my horses into humans.
Yes.
What does that look like?
Show you.
Because I haven't seen that.
I made a couple videos. It shows that y'all don't watch my videos.
I watched them all, actually. Thank you.
Okay, so Trudy was probably arguably one of the best ones. So obviously we know Trudy is majestic, gorgeous,
Yeah.
dark, amazing.
Cell phone pic.
That's Trudy.
I don't know why. I was expecting some humanoid. Like just some humanoid version of Trudy.
Like a centaur
like a
type deal?
horse face or like whatever. Just like
No, I turned them into women.
got you.
I was like, turn them into realistic women, like Beyonce. Okay, so we know her, we love her, right? Beyonce.
Yeah.
Do you know who that is?
Yes.
Okay.
You showed a picture of her.
This is Beyonce. Okay,
Beyonce.
for sure. We'll just do one more real quick. Kennedy.
I would
Kennedy
like
was
to
my
have seen
favorite.
a foal, like a
Oh,
baby.
well, actually, this one I think is super accurate. This is Annie. So Annie's known for like her stoic mare ears. You know, she's sweet, but doesn't look sweet,
Yeah.
right? It did a great job. That's Annie.
That's Annie for sure.
That's Annie.
Oh yeah,
Like, they captured her mare ears in
Her
a
little-
human.
yeah.
Anyway,
That's
Kennedy
sick.
was my favorite. I thought she had the best horse photo to use.
because you took it.
No, I actually don't know.
You took most of them, actually.
I don't remember taking the Kennedy one. I was looking at it going, this is really good. I don't remember this photo.
Okay.
Had to be you.
We are
It
reacting to
happens every
videos
once
right
in a
now.
while.
All right, so where's
Guinea
the
pig birth. So Julianne Jones.
Okay, so the next video is from Julianne Jones. It says, I just wanted to first say I'm so thankful for your videos and explanations about the birthing process. I ended up fostering my first pregnant guinea pig.
Wow.
Interesting. And kept channeling my inner Katie as I tried not to freak out. She had 5 babies. Normal is 2 to 3, so it was a lot, including twins in the same sack. And I knew to help dry the babies. She was busy having more. Watched her to pass her placentas and even saw the hippo mane and didn't freak out. I didn't know a guinea pig would have a hippo
I
mane.
didn't either.
That's wild.
That's wild. Okay, let's see.
Aww. Aww.
Why are they so big?
The babies?
Yes.
Look
Why
at
did they?
'em.
Why did I just imagine them coming out like little rats? But they're like furry.
Look
The
at
noises
'em.
just did it for me. I could watch like 5 minutes of this. I don't know if it's the
Oh.
song that makes it worse
The
or
song? I'm over about to cry.
Oh my gosh,
It's just motherhood. It's just the most beautiful thing.
that's insane. They're all in little towels. I have died every
Nate's got
day
tears in his
waiting.
I'm welling up.
I'm about to cry right now.
Oh my gosh, do I want a guinea pig?
That's what I was just about to say. I'm really crying.
That's amazing.
Full disclosure, I hated guinea pigs. Like, despised them until that video. And now I kind of want one. Dude, I'm kind of like tearing up.
I used to have one, you know?
You're just a guinea pig at all of us.
Yeah, I used to have one of those little guys.
Ugh,
Brought it all back for me.
that was awesome. That was one of the better ones we've done.
Okay. And number 3, which one did you want to do?
The bunny one.
What bunny one?
It's on there. I don't know. I accidentally got off the email. Oh, wait. No, I didn't.
What's it say?
It says... Oh, Hannah Grun.
Okay.
Grun
It
is how you say that, I believe. And you
Really?
better say it right.
I was going to say, you're the only
It has 2 dots
person
above
that's
the
been
U.
to Germany here.
And you better say it right.
You've been
Hannah
to Germany, right?
Grun? Yeah, I've been through it. I was in
Been-
Poland, right next door.
So I'm going to let you say her name.
I don't know if that's right or not. I just wanted to hear you say that.
I'm not doing that.
Grun? Grun? Hannah
Okay.
Grun?
Please let us know. How do you say your name, Hannah? But anyway, it says,
Is
hi,
it Grun?
Katie. It says, hi, Katie and friends. I hope you have the best day. Here is a video of my rabbits getting really excited about the snow. Hannah. Okay, let's watch. Oh, even this is in, even this, like the title of the video is in German because it says Zoom laden klicken.
Wow.
It says what?
I don't know if that's how you say it, but
You did your best. Here we go.
I did do my best. Download to my device.
Oh
What?
my gosh, Katie. Let's figure it out.
Open and drop. Good Lord. There's like,
You want to just watch it on the computer?
What's my social?
Last 4 of my credit card?
Oh my goodness.
oh my gosh. There's so many of them.
Whoa, what a jump.
I've told my bunny story, I think, before on here, but I hope my kids want bunnies some days so that I have to have them again because they're so stinking cute. They're happy.
There's so many.
There are so many. I mean, you hear what they say. Like, I'm making babies like rabbits.
Oh.
That's right.
I was like, you know what they say about bunnies in the
And they got a
snow.
bunch of them. It takes like 5 minutes for them to cook them up, and then they're ready to go again.
How long's our rabbits pregnant?
I think like like 40 days or something like that.
40 days.
Let me look at
Hey, Jamie, can you pull that up?
Oh, yeah.
How long are how long are rabbits pregnant?
You're slacking on your job.
Well, I had my computer screen turned
I can get it faster.
on. Nuh-uh.
What's the
31 days.
That's it?
31 days. And I think they can start having babies like within a few months. Like, I don't think they have to wait very long.
Wow.
So that's why their population grows very fast.
31 days.
But they're also so low on the food chain that,
Yeah. I was about to ask why they don't take over the world.
Yeah, well, they're this big.
That would explain it.
My rabbit story, I've told it on Snapchat. I don't believe I've told it here
I don't think I
before.
know it.
So when I was little, my mom and dad were big into like having different animals. And this was back, when did Google originate? Because we weren't using it. We weren't asking
90s
questions.
probably.
We weren't doing research before we got animals.
1998.
Okay?
Not yet.
So this was probably in 2004.
Okay.
2004, 2005.
Yeah.
So like we had the information, but just not as readily accessible as we do now.
Right. You had like go to the library.
And so we were at this petting zoo. They had some bunnies for sale. I got a bunny.
Yeah.
I think it was like $5. Okay. I named her Rosie. She was brown and white. Okay. She peed on me like so much. But I still loved her. So we took her home, put a little rabbit hutch in the barn, in the very front of the barn. And so we had this little bunny. Truth be told, I was too young to remember all the details of went into Rosie's care, what went into whatever. But I feel like there was a span of time when I was younger where people just dropped animals off at our property. I feel like we were back out in the country a lot more then than we are now. Like it's grown up so much now around us that it doesn't happen as often. But people would just drop animals off. And so we were coming down the road one day and like our driveway, and there's a big white domesticated bunny in our driveway. And he's just sitting there. And this thing like had to have been a pet because we walk over and pick it up. And we're like, okay, someone literally just dropped this rabbit off. They were like, I'm done with it and let it free.
I know somebody.
And I don't know what process they went through, but they put it in the hutch with my other bunny.
Yeah.
With Rosie. Now, looking back, I'm like, maybe keep them separate for a little bit.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Maybe put them in a big open space together first.
Watch them.
Maybe,
Yeah.
Didn't do that. And so we named him Roger, and they seemed fine at first. Well, then the next day we walk in, and Rosie must have also been a Roger, or been a Roger vice versa, because Rosie was going to town on Roger.
Oh.
Like boy style.
Yeah.
Yeah, going to town on Roger. Mind you, Roger's about this big, Rosie's about this big.
Okay.
Nice.
So it was quite the dynamic.
That was an image.
Quite the dynamic. And we were like, okay, I guess they like each other. I guess we're, whatever.
Yeah.
And we're like, maybe we'll have babies. I don't know. Maybe Roger's,
Yeah.
a girl. Well, later that day, walk in. Rosie is deader than a doornail.
Really?
He done, whatever, humped to all his contents and then died.
Wow. That's not where I thought this was going. I thought it was going to be at the time we had like 40 bunnies.
No.
Which their hearts beat so fast.
And then we do believe Roger was a boy.
So it was just messed up from the beginning.
So we do believe Roger was a boy, and he just kind of was chill. He just kind of let it happen.
Yeah.
And because this all happened so fast, we did end up finding a better suited caretaker for Roger.
And then
Did you
you
give him
didn't
a
have
lowdown?
bunnies anymore.
And then I didn't have bunnies anymore.
Haven't had one since.
So now that I'm an adult, I could see us, like when me and Jonathan have kids, like letting them have little animals like a guinea pig or a bunny or whatever.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll look into how to care for them a little better.
Yeah, I had a bunny when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I don't remember it too fondly or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember having a bunny.
What was his name?
I don't even remember.
Okay. You don't remember his name?
I don't. Again, I don't remember a lot from my childhood,
Trauma.
but I just remember we had one.
Did you have any rodent pets, Matt?
I had a hamster.
What was your hamster's name, and what was the
remember.
traumatic death?
I think he got shocked by static electricity and killed over.
Because there is no peaceful hamster death.
Not true. I had one.
What did he do?
And
Just
did
like
it died of old age?
It wasn't of old age, but I wasn't sure what it was. I'm maybe old age, but I don't know how long
they
they're
die
supposed
of
to
old
live.
age at like 4.
It wasn't old age then. He was like 1 probably, but just like for whatever reason, got really lethargic, and then I just kind of held him for like 3 hours as his time was ending, and then I went and buried him
That's so sad.
in my hands. I had him wrapped in a little blanket, just held him, and wasn't real nice to him.
You weren't really nice to him?
I was really
Oh.
nice to him and held him, and
So when did you have this hamster?
it's probably
He's like 2 years ago.
probably like 6 or 7 years ago.
it's a
You were a
recent
full-blown
hamster.
adult.
I was an adult, yeah, and
You're
I
a
took great care.
full-blown adult.
Great care. Had a nice big cage. Had all the wheels and the tubes, and just would have a blast all the time. And then just one day he was just, I guess, sick. I don't know,
Interesting.
and I never will know.
So Matt did have a segment, and we don't know what it is. And he said that he wanted to end today with it. And so this is on you, bud.
It's almost 2 segments.
If it sucks,
No, it won't
it's
suck
not on
because they're
us.
quickie segments. They're quickie segments, and it's inclusive for the audience. So,
okay.
Horse names get out of hand quick.
Because they have to be unique. It's
And I know,
not because
and there's a lot of horses.
It's because they have to be in a registry. You can't have 2 of the same. And so you just run. There's millions of quarter horses that are registered. So you have to
Never
get
really
crazy.
think about stuff like that. And I guess it's kind of like getting a website. You just have to like go through like what's not already
Yeah.
taken. So I think that we should have a craziest horse name of the week, and we will all 3 put in our submissions. But when you guys put all yours in the comments, we will scroll through these as well and then make a.
Are you going to do like a top 10 though?
We can do like a top 3 every week. It's going to be a lot of weeks.
Okay.
We have to have
Maybe we can just pin.
Ooh, top
one.
5. Let's do top 5.
Maybe we can just pin our favorite or something.
Yeah, pin your favorite.
We'll just pin. Yeah, we'll just pin our favorite at the top of the comments.
Let's do that. Pin our top 5 favorites.
Okay. So
I think you can
you've been doing some research though. So
I have.
tell us
And
some of your.
This is the American Quarter Horse Hall of Fame.
Mine's not a quarter. Mine's a thoroughbred.
I was going to say thoroughbreds have wild names.
Really?
Mine's a thoroughbred. One that I know.
But I mean, just pulling up here, all of these are absolutely ridiculous. But some of them are really, really cool. And
If you're pulling up the Hall of Fame, I'm wondering if I'm going to know some of these. And you're going to be like, oh,
I'm trying to
that's
pick. I'm
wild.
looking for one that you probably would not have ever heard of, unless it's so outlandish. Like these are kind of like people names, but it's their trainers. Anyway, like War Machine, like that's sick.
Yeah.
No, what's your pick?
But my pick
Just say something.
is going to have to be Clabber Question.
Clabber question.
Clabber
So
question.
what is that
Clabber
horse
question.
in the Hall of Fame for?
Showing.
What kind of showing?
Just says showing. It says showing, brood mare, breeding stallion, hutting, or halter and cutting sire. Like some of them are specific, but some of them aren't.
Clabber question.
But this is in 2002.
Give us some like as you're scrolling through.
Lightfoot Sis, duplicate copy. That's sick. That's a cool band name too.
Yeah, but now we're saying too many.
Now we're saying too many.
Now you're
That's
just reading the
that's my submission. Is Clabber Question.
Clabber question.
Okay.
Mine is a thoroughbred that I used to look up race videos to just listen to the announcer call this horse during the race, and I would show people because I thought it was hilarious. He won like $40-something thousand as a horse. His name was Hoof Hearted. He was hoof hearted. So you would watch the video and it'd be like, who farted? Coming around the back stretch. Who farted? And I'm like, yo, who farted? That is hilarious. Hoof hearted.
I think yours wins, but let's see.
That's
Katie's.
hilarious to me. The announcer's
That's
just going
funny.
wild.
That's awesome.
Well, while I'm searching a little bit, probably the name that we've named a horse that I'm like, well, they let us do that, was when I was little, my pony had a baby and it was a POA.
Yeah.
And his name was Spanky. And my mom named him Spank Me Now.
Spank me now.
Yes.
Written by Catherine Van Slyke. Sorry, the name that I did. See, it has the name of the horse in big bold letters, and the one I did was their sire, which is fine though because
That's still a horse.
well, I guess so. I guess they don't have. But just to clarify, if the world champion was watching, I do understand, recognize that. But Billy Clegg is a way better horse name than what I just mentioned.
So I got on like a American Quarter Horse post, and everyone's saying the names that are crazy, and one of them was Ratfish.
Is that your submission?
I think that is.
I think that's good. All right, we have Ratfish, we have whatever I said, and then we have whatever Nate said, which was who farted. And I want to roll that. We already rolled that video.
I'm just going to play it for you right here. Justin can cut it if it doesn't work. Listen to this.
On the inside, extreme outside. Colorado co-ed. Toasta does it on the inside. Quester's jet. Who farted? Who farted on the outside? It's close. Who farted in the winner's circle?
Now there's a question best left unanswered. As we say, see you later.
Bro, the amount of people I showed this video to.
It's even better the timing, like the time and like of the video. That sounds like those old MLB announcers.
Yes.
There's May the Horse Be With You.
Oh, that is sick.
That's good.
What is the plans for next week? What does next week look like?
Next week, we're going to be in Ocala. So I predict that we're going to have a great time. We're going to watch and ride some horses. We're going to get wands. I think if we do a catching up with Katie down there, we should have our wands.
We should. And
Yeah, I like it. Can I go ahead and ask a drip question?
Mm-hmm.
What's going to be the general drip going
It's
out?
Florida, so I
It's
think
gonna
it's
be
going to
warm.
be a little warm. So at the horse show, I would say classy, right? Like
So we're going to be dripped.
Drip.
I would say dripped.
Okay.
Because I'm not
I'm gonna be
showing,
dripped.
so my hair is going to be done. I'm going to
Okay.
be wearing turquoise.
We
I'm
can't
going to
be
have
outdone by
on
Katie.
clean jeans, fancy top.
Because I was outdone at World Show. And I'm not going to let that happen again. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
And I'm
I
driving
would
down there,
say
so we can take
you
whatever
should-
we want.
You should wear a hat.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Put the hats in the car.
Because Matt's going to drive.
Yeah.
So
That's gonna be. That's the. I think that's.
That's
the
the best thing
that's
because
the
if I
unlocked
buy
thing.
furniture while we're down there,
it's
Right.
it's literally going to be the best
I
thing.
think
Just
that's
taking
the
it.
new
And I
move.
think if we're anywhere within like 10 hours, somebody should go first with a car.
Yes, even even Texas, like, and I'm not kidding, just because I love driving so much, I think it's just the way. That
if
way
we're
we can
going
load.
for a long time, like those little 2-day trips,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
But like if we're going for the World Show and we're going to be there for over a week, that's in Oklahoma. But you know, if we're going to do that,
we
then
know we're
maybe.
going to shop, and if we know we're going to do a catching up with Katie, for sure,
Yeah,
which is most times.
Yeah, the catching up with Katie is
because you have to take so much stuff.
so much
So
stuff.
much stuff.
And I priced it out to what would it cost to ship it? And it was like almost $3,000 round trip to ship that much weight.
Just to talk to you guys.
Oh,
Unless you did like 5 to 7 day shipping, but we can't do that because we need the stuff here. So you'd have to overnight it. So it's like overnighting like 100 pounds
oh my gosh.
with all the light stands, all the lights.
So I predict that we don't do that in that way.
And we just send somebody ahead with a car.
And I am driving.
See, we're just making a better argument for a bus. He's so anti-bus.
I'm so
he's like,
anti-bus.
no.
I
I'm
am
so
too,
anti-bus.
just because I know that we'll use it and it'll be super sick, but we just won't use it all the time.
I'm so
That
anti-bus.
you say that until we actually get into like showing.
Whenever I see a bus in that shop parking lot, you won't hear any complaints from me.
I will be very sad. I will
I
still
have a lot
be-
of things I need to purchase or pay off before a bus is purchased or rented, so don't be too worried about it. But
I would have to
see
start
what I can do.
negotiating in like a hotel room or something. I don't think I could do it. I don't know if I could sleep and live on the bus. I'm too claustrophobic.
I'm
don't know if I
claustrophobic
could
too.
do it. I would be a different person.
so we will be accepting resumes.
You see the camera guys
For a
out
team
there
player.
looking to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're accepting resumes for a team player, videography, photography.
Yep.
Has to have a good vibe.
Yeah.
Has to be able to just kind of go with the punches. You know,
Has to love tight
someone's
spaces.
getting a little spoiled.
Yeah,
so.
that's both tight spaces.
Has to love tight spaces. That's a key.
They just have to be
factor.
sick for it. They have to be sick for it and not care. But
I think I'm the sickest for it. Just not tight spaces.
Okay.
Going into next week, and we are not doing it in this one, but we can think about it, and you guys can think about it. Any of you horse showing people out there is like, I'm just thinking of like different things that we can do in like tack box confessions or something like that, of like your craziest little thing that's happened, or some crazy stories, or some funny
Tack
stories.
room confessions,
Tack
you
room.
mean?
ChatGPT doesn't know about horse showing, so tack room confessions.
Tack room confessions. Okay.
Little tack room talk.
Y'all be thinking, because Katie sure will be thinking.
See, here's the thing, though. I have some stories.
I know.
I just can't tell them.
Oh, you can tell them. See, this is when our channel rises, because
But
we're about to expose everybody.
Okay.
We're about to just become a news podcast. Did you hear?
Exposing.
Such and such organization exposed.
Just kidding.
Yeah, y'all be ready for that,
Let's get out of here.
We're going to leave them alone.
dude. Boys, it's hot.
It's hot.
Okay. Hope y'all enjoyed today's episode. I think I've learned today that Abigail keeps us
Is not needed whatsoever.
in line. Abigail keeps us in line. Her being off today sucked. We miss her and want her back. So hopefully
wasn't that bad.
that wasn't the worst thing for y'all to experience, lacking of Abigail in this one. But we will see y'all in the next one. And hopefully we're in Florida with wands. So
Peace.